What's up, Comic Book Beatty here in the studio with Rob Liefeld at San Diego Comic-Con. Rob, what number Comic-Con is this for you now?
I've lost track. Coming since 1981. So
Wow.
count from 1981 and you'll get lost.
I'm on my way to that. This is number 10 for me.
Oh,
And
congratulations.
I love coming
It's
here.
Big. 10's a big number.
This is the first time it's really felt like the Comic-Cons of when it was huge
Yes.
since 2019.
I agree.
Yeah, no
We're
strikes.
back. It's
no,
all
yeah.
the way back.
Yeah, it's all the way back. And it started with the Deadpool and Wolverine panel Thursday night, which we were sitting right there watching it together. It was an awesome experience, man.
It was
Deadpool and Wolverine is, as we're talking, it probably is bigger than this, but this morning when I was preparing to talk to you, I was writing down my notes.
Yeah.
$200 million already.
I knew it was going to have a 2 in it. I knew it better have a 2 in it. I've been telling everybody, it can clear it. People are hung up on this rating. This isn't 10 years ago. This is not, today's kids don't think in PG-13 and R, and the stuff that they get online is way, way more advanced. So R rating, let's go, break it.
Let's LFG, you know what I mean?
That's right. That's right.
I don't know if we can say that on comicbook.com, not even on Deadpool weekend, but I saw it's like the number 6 biggest Friday of all time.
Yeah, let's go.
You got Endgame, Infinity
Keep it
War,
going.
Force Awakens, and maybe not in that order, but that's insane.
It's
crazy.
Great company to be in. They deserve it.
Yeah. What is it like for you to be in Hall H? Because, I mean, the crowd watching anything in Hall H is insane, but
Yes.
let alone the biggest movie of the
Yes,
year.
yes.
The energy in there is unmatched. What did it mean to you to be in there, seeing your character, your name, the whole thing?
You know, these are my people, man. I mean, you can tell they're the comic book, the comic book, just the community is great. And because of social media, we hear from them all the time. They're super generous, and they're super excited. And I just knew, because in the corporations suddenly start coming up with reasons why it won't work, and I'm like, no, you don't know how much people want this. People have missed Deadpool. They've missed Wolverine. These characters resonate. They are. I mean, in comic books, Wolverine, Deadpool, cream of the crop, top characters. Now we're going to finally give them their proper showcase. Role of a lifetime for Hugh. Role of a lifetime for Ryan. The fans responded to them in these roles like nothing else. So just seeing it with Hall H, and especially being there in New York Monday night for the premiere.
Oh, it's so fun.
Same energy, except way more. I mean, Hall H.
6,000 people.
6,000, yeah. So
the
it was
sound
great.
system in Hall H
It
too,
was
by the way.
pretty
The
good. It was pretty
floor
good.
is
It was-
shaking.
Yeah, it was great. What did you think?
I mean, it was incredible. It was like I think it's cool that Ryan and Hugh sat with the crowd.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool. But Hall
Nice
H,
touch.
yeah, it's a nice touch. It makes the people in the room really feel like they're a part of something, And people were coming up to you. People were coming to you asking for signing the Wolverine popcorn buckets, because everybody in Hall H got a popcorn bucket.
Yeah.
People just, until the movie started, you were signing
It was great.
popcorn buckets.
And that just told me, again, because it was about 45 minutes straight of signing and photos, they're just excited.
Yeah.
They're just excited, and it's in this movie, it has legs. Let me tell you, people, it already has legs. There are people tweeting me, I'm going for my 4th time this weekend. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I've seen it 3 times. I'm going to get lapped this afternoon by a giant section of the community.
Oh, well, I'm going for my 3rd time on Tuesday.
All right.
I'd go this weekend, but we're working. It's Comic-Con,
working
but
it.
as soon as I get home, I'm taking my mom to go see it. She's excited. I mean, everybody wants
It's
to
so
see it.
great.
It's really cool.
Oh, I just have to say, 1 year ago, because it came up on my feed, like you were asking me questions I couldn't answer. And people were like,
Oh, yeah.
Disney has threatened Rob. I'm like, no, I'm just being a good partner and not telling you all the stuff. And I'm not going to say it now because some of you haven't seen it, but it's just like, I'm so relieved.
Yeah.
I don't have to carry the burden of slipping up.
Right.
It's all out there for people to see. But last year I was like, you were asking me questions like, I can't comment on that.
I remember that. I was like, Rob, I got to try, though.
I know. You're good.
In interacting with the fans who have seen the movie,
Yeah.
like, has there been an interaction that stands out to you? What are people saying? Like, what is the feedback you're hearing since we're at Comic-Con and getting to see people face to face while the movie's opening?
People are literally telling me it's their top 3 comic book film of all time.
That's awesome.
That it's all the action and the interaction and the characterization that they wanted. They love the chemistry but between Wolverine and Deadpool, which is part of, again, the comic book history. So, Brandon, I was on set, and I was like, I can't believe we're filming this. I can't believe we're filming this. And I just knew right there, this movie is going to be, this is comic book TNT. This is going to explode. And they had to have known that it was going to. So it must be so gratifying for everybody that it's getting, maybe it's overperforming for them. I'm not sure, but it's really connecting.
And they put a lot behind it too.
They
Like
did.
they have been
They did.
pushing the movie, and it's a
Hugh and Ryan, I have a
Yeah.
theory they're cloned.
I don't know how they're everywhere.
There's no way they've been Brazil, Germany, London. I mean, they were.
New York, San
Yeah.
Diego, all like I mean, they go up to Canada in between.
Yeah.
Watched it with Anthony Mackie the other day.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
It is. It's
okay.
crazy.
I got another Deadpool question for
Yes,
you.
yes.
This time about comics.
Okay.
I've been a wrestling fan my whole life, which
right.
means when somebody says they're done with something, I never
Yeah.
believe them.
Okay.
Is Deadpool team up? You believe that's really the end of the line for you with Wade?
I 1,000% believe it.
Really?
And I was watching Hugh Jackman today say,
on
well, I'm
Logan.
a liar. He's like, well, I'm a liar. I lied, but I believed it. But I just, so here's the deal. Unlike Hugh, he can still probably get in front of a camera when he's in his 60s and 70s. So I'll be 60 in 4 years. I don't know how long the eyes and the hand coordination is going to take. I've had a great last solid 10 years, given great Deadpool stories that fans love. Deadpool charted #1 for the first time in 2017 with my Deadpool Bad Blood. That was a huge, I didn't see that coming. I just did it. Then Marvel called me up and said, Rob, you're #1. I'm like, what? This is a crazy goodbye. It's me taking this obscure Steve Ditko, who you know from Spider-Man and Doctor Strange.
Big one. Yeah, a lot of big ones.
A very obscure character. And then when I showed it to Marvel, they said, hey, why don't you put Crystar in there? And I'm like, you guys have Crystar? A toy from the 80s. And they're like, yeah, we have him. You should. And I'm like, I'm going to mix this thing up. This is, if I pitched this, they'd be like, next. But because I'm Rob, they're like, just go ahead and do it. It's your last one. It is so far from trying to be cool or trying to be like hot.
Yeah.
It's just a blast. It's weird. It's strange. Deadpool team up. Don't miss it.
You just got to do whatever you want
Yeah,
with it.
and
That is awesome.
That's it. I have nothing more to say with this character. I love him. 33 years. Now I'll just watch other people, do what they're doing.
Yeah. Okay. And you're not done with movies though.
I got a lot of them.
You're not done with movies.
You have no idea, and the stuff that you don't know about. The stuff you, no, I'm not going to tell you. But let's go with this.
Let's go to Evangeline.
Evangeline.
Okay, let me tie it into Deadpool in this question. Have anything from the Deadpool journey and watching the successes of this franchise? Now there's 3 Deadpool movies that you think you want to see applied to the Evangeline.
Yes, stick to the comics. All three Deadpool movies reflect the comic books heavily. They do not stray and try and change it for some random director or producer or executive's muse. They've really been consistent with the comics, which is why the fans love them so much. And when Fox really started to adhere them closer to the comics, Days of Future Past, Logan, Simon Kinberg is the producer on those movies. Simon is with me on Avengelyne. Simon is a producer on Deadpool 3. So we've got great pedigree, by the way, with Margot Robbie, with Olivia Wilde. It's crazy. Trust me, Brandon, I'm like, is this happening? But no, they read it. They loved it. They pitched me how they saw Avengelyne.
Yeah.
And I'm stupid enough to say at the end, I said to Margot and Olivia, I said, are you guys sure you want to do this? I couldn't help myself. I'm like, this isn't happening. And Margot, in her awesome, she said, this is crackling. I can't say it as good as it. She goes, this is crackling. And I'm like, Margot said crackling. Ran out to my family. Margot said crackling. It's crackling. So I'm going to go even better. We are going to crack-a-lack this, okay? And it's going to be great.
I think crackling is like a level above chuffed in Australian terms. Yeah.
So we're really excited.
Yeah. Have you talked to Olivia Wilde? Like, what has it been like to hear her?
Both of them.
Well, I want to start with. We'll get to Margot because I want to hear about if she's gonna be kicking ass. But I want to hear what you think.
No. So I am a giant Olivia Wilde fan, and in this day and age, man, like once they're jumping on, you just have to assume. So I went back through my entire history because when what was it called, Booksmart? When Booksmart came out that weekend. In I think 2018, 2019, I blew up Twitter. I was like, oh my God, who knew Olivia Wilde was this talented? Oh my gosh, her direction. And then Don't Worry, Darlings, I blew up. I was so positive, and I'm like, oh, I'm in great shape here. She will see that I'm already pre-sold, awesome fan. Awesome. I hope
dug up the
she's
tweets.
going to hear this for the first time. I hope she can find a way to be an angel somehow, or implement herself also in the movie.
That would be cool.
People slept on Babylon, which Margot's in. Olivia is in a little. They've already shared the screen together before, but no, I think Olivia has an incredible eye. She's a great storyteller, and Margot wanted her for this. And who's going to get in Margot Robbie's way? What has she done that isn't freaking awesome? Like literally, her filmography is incredible.
And her action as Harley Quinn, and especially in James's Suicide Squad,
Suicide Squad 2,
was
yes,
phenomenal.
yes.
So talk to me about what you think. Why Margot Robbie's the perfect person to play? I mean, she's gonna have to kick these monsters and demons' asses in epic fashion to be comics accurate. So how does she do that?
Well, the other thing about Evangeline too is she's an alien in our world. She's no longer, she's stripped of all her powers, abilities, and so I kind of compare it a little to Daryl Hannah in Splash, parts of it. So there's a lot of humor there, but there's her just adjusting to this world that in the comic books, Avengelyne was repulsed by humanity and suddenly has to live with humanity. Look, Margot's one of the greatest actresses. Look, I see everything she's in. I, Tonya, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, obviously she stormed all of us with Wolf of Wall Street. So, no, she is going to own this role. And again, with Olivia, I mean, trust me, I've seen a bunch of stuff that you're not privy to. They create like lookbooks, their take on the material. Olivia and Margot have already created this incredible visual representation, cinematic visual representation of Avengelyne. So trust me, Brandon, I'm like, I can't believe I'm going on this ride. Yeah. I cannot believe I'm going on this ride. It's incredible.
Did you bring the lookbook with you?
I know.
I won't.
You won't be able to click on this. Let me get ahead of the clickbait. Don't believe that they have any frames. They don't.
I'm going to tweet them right now.
Okay.
Rob, it's always so good to talk to you, man. Thank you so much
Brandon,
for coming by
Thank
Comic
you,
Book.
Deadpool Wolverine.
Deadpool Wolverine in theaters. Avengelyne coming through. Deadpool Team Up. Rob's final Wade Wilson book. Pick it up. All right, guys. We'll see you later for more from San Diego Comic-Con.